There are a lot of comic fans on Staten Island, but we are at this moment, we have kind of a poverty of shops,
Yep.
and we don't have as many conventions for those fans. We really have only two comic shops on Staten Island left, and there's only one or two conventions that go
Yeah.
on a
Okay.
regular
Yes.
basis.
We'll talk about those.
Yeah. And so we thought like, well, why not, in our continuing effort to build more community around the hobby, why don't we do it?
Yep.
So that's how it all came about. It was really more his brainchild.
Yep.
And I said, okay.
So, Staten Islander News is here today with Chad and Brian. Chad and Brian are
Right.
the duo behind Collector's Confessions, a
Mm-hmm.
YouTube channel born from a lifelong love of comic books, pop culture, and their hometown of Staten Island. What
Yep.
started
Mm-hmm.
as a shared passion for reading comic books, visiting local comic shops, and conventions has grown into a community of over 45,000 subscribers who join them each week for shop tours, convention vlogs, creator interviews, and their popular weekly comic haul live streams. From
Mm-hmm.
exploring hidden gem comic shops across the tri state to sitting down with industry legends like Jason Aaron, Jeremy Adams, and Mike Allred, Chad and Brian bring an authentic collector first perspective to everything they cover comics, toys, Star Wars, Marvel, and beyond. So, good afternoon, Chad and Brian. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you
That's
for having us. I just
Thanks. It's
have to
good to be
correct
here.
you on one thing,
Correct.
which is a good thing. Since we sent this to you, which is about a week ago, we are over 51,000 subscribers now.
Growing
Oh,
at
We have
great.
gro
an
we,
alarming
within
pace.
this week we have grown that much more. So
Yeah.
Okay.
we're always growing. I don't know why, but we are.
Okay. Awesome. So if you guys could tell us a little bit about the recently started weekly column that our readers may have come across, where
Mhm.
Islanders have learned about some interesting comics facts, especially as they relate to Staten Island.
So,
Mhm.
so we're really enjoying this. We are writing a weekly common column for the Staten Islander, and our focus is on Staten Island in comics and pop culture.
Mhm.
So we're up to our fourth article will be coming out soon. We're really enjoying it. We think most people don't realize how much Staten Island appears in comic books throughout the comic book universe.
Mhm.
Not as much as say Manhattan, but we appear enough where we can write a weekly column. So we're really enjoying it. We love the opportunity to reach out to more fans. Our whole idea of Collectors Confessions and what we're doing with the column and what we're doing with the convention coming up is we want to build a community here on Staten Island of comic book collectors where they can feel comfortable going, watching our videos, coming to our conventions, reading our articles. So we are so happy that the Staten Islander gave us this opportunity to write a weekly column.
Yeah, and because so many classic comics, especially in the Marvel universe, are set and centered around New York City. Staten Island does feature a lot in these stories, and uh, it's not as like Chad said, not as prominent as Manhattan, but it does definitely show up in a lot of different places.
I hope everyone's enjoying it. I hope
Yeah, yeah, we hope people are liking it. I actually already unfortunately deviated from the comic book idea in my last one. I wrote about a movie that has some attachment to Staten Island and Tom Hanks in particular. But yeah,
well, it's pop culture related.
yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah, and actually, yeah, had no idea about the Deadpool story. That was, I
Yep.
think that was your
mhm,
first
Yep.
one. Was that
He was the
Monster
king.
Island was
Yeah.
actually Staten
Yeah.
Island.
And
mhm.
he was the king of Staten Island
He's the
before
king of
anyone
Staten
else was the
Island.
king
Yeah.
of Staten Island.
Yep.
And I love the G.I. Joe one because I've actually been talking about the G.I. Joe one for years with some of my friends about
hmm
how, as growing up as a kid, I didn't realize that G.I. Joe had their secret base on Staten Island.
Fort
Yeah,
Wadsworth,
yeah.
right? Yeah. hmm
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. And so, if you guys could talk with us a little bit about the SI Comic Fest event that's scheduled for the summer.
Yes.
This is it's an interesting story. I'll tell it from
Go
my
ahead.
perspective. We went to a small convention that was held by some friends, some guys at the Queen's Comic Party, who do an absolutely fantastic small convention about once a month.
Yep.
And we left, and it happened to be at a brewery, and we were talking about what a great idea it was to have a convention at a brewery because it was a nice place for people to come and hang out and sit, and maybe they want to have a beer and they want to buy some comics or whatever. It's just a very relaxed atmosphere. And it's funny because we'd also said numerous times that we would never do a convention because it just seemed like so much work and all this other stuff. And by the time I got home, Chad called me and said, "We're having a convention, and it's going to be at the flagship brewery." And I was like, "Oh, okay, we are. Okay, then I guess we are doing this." And it just was already underway, you know? So yeah, we're very excited about it because unfortunately there are a lot of comic fans on Staten Island, but we are at this moment, we have kind of a poverty of shops,
Yep.
and we don't have as many conventions for those fans. We really have only two comic shops on Staten Island left, and there's only one or two conventions that go
Yeah,
on
okay.
on a
Yes.
regular basis.
We'll talk about those.
Yeah. And so we thought like, well, why not, in our continuing effort to build more community around the hobby, why don't we do it?
Yep.
So that's how it all came about. It was really more his brainchild.
Yep.
And I said, okay,
So now I'll crack open my skull and give you my part.
go ahead.
So how I felt leaving that convention, and Brian and I attend conventions. Usually we attend 2 or 3 conventions a month, and most of the time it's
At least, yeah.
at least, and it's in Jersey, or like he said, our friends run conventions in Brooklyn and Queens.
Yeah.
So we've been going to these conventions, and they're comic book focused. So you go into one of these conventions, it's all comic books, and it's comic book fans, and the vendors are selling comic books at really good prices. On Staten Island, we currently have 2 that run annually. It's St. Anne's Comic, it's run by a friend of ours, Patrick. It's a good convention, but it's more geared towards the people from the church. So you get a lot of young people in there. Last time we went last year, the line was around the block. We got in there was no one buying comic books. They all went outside to play on the bouncy houses and to enjoy the other stuff.
Mm.
I enjoyed it because I bought a lot of stuff, but I don't think a lot of comic book fans were there. It's a Friday and Saturday. They can't hold it on Sunday because it's at St. Anne's. We attend every year. We'll be going every year they have it. The other convention that they have is run by KV Comics. It's done at St. George. It's in conjunction with 2 movie premieres. We have attended that every year that they have done it. We love the guys that run that. It's a very, very small convention. He only has about 6 or 7 vendors there. It's a good experience for that day. You get to watch a movie, you get to buy some comic books, but it's not on the scale of the conventions we've been going to in Jersey. So when we went to this convention in Queens, we were like, you know what? I was thinking, we really need something like this on Staten Island. So as Brian said, by the time he got home, I had already reached out to Flagship Brewery, and right away they were like, yes,
Yeah.
we are 100% into this. We would love to have a convention there. And we opened it up to vendors. We went to our friends first, who we know from all the other conventions we go to, and then we opened it within a couple of hours to the public. We sold out our tables within less than 2 days.
Yeah.
So
there were a lot of people who were
yeah,
very anxious to be part of it, and we're hoping that if it works well, the one in June, that it'll be even bigger.
yeah, we will
Next time we
will
do it.
have annual. So here's what we're doing. Just the information.
Mhm.
I mean, it's June 14th.
Mhm.
It's from 10 to 4. Completely free to get in. We want it open to everyone. Kids, adults, cosplayers. If you're a fan of comic books or comic book related collectibles, please come out.
Come on down.
It's free. We're going to be doing giveaways. I actually have some of the stuff sitting around me. I'm surrounded by stuff for the convention right now. We've been planning this for a while, and it's really getting
As you can tell, we spent a lot it's surrounded
Yes.
by stuff.
that's a real background.
That's all real stuff.
I can touch the stuff. Like it's real back there. So it's we're trying to build a community here, and we frequent Jim Hanley's universe, so we just want to give a shout out to JHU
Yeah.
Comics.
JHU, they're great.
That's-
Great bunch of guys.
Where we buy all
Great
our
store
comic
on
books
New
from,
Dorp
and
Lane.
They will be at the convention.
Mhm.
We have at the convention will be vendors from Staten Island who reached out to us, and also our friends who are vendors. Some are from New Jersey, some are from Queens and Brooklyn, but it's going to be there's about 30 tables, and it will be filled with creators, vendors. There will be some talking to. We're going to have a stage for people to.
Yeah. There's gonna be a
Panels.
few panels.
Yeah.
Artists, writers. Yeah.
Yep.
Different things.
We're really looking forward to it. We're hoping that it really becomes a community thing. Even if you're not a big comic book fan, come out and just hang out with us, and we chat about pop culture and stuff like that.
Oh, awesome. So, if you wanted to tell us a little bit about how this all started with the Collector's Confessions and how you guys went from like a YouTube channel to a show promoter and kind of everything in between.
Yeah, it's it's funny. We were actually just talking about this on another interview with somebody who we
Mhm.
had on our show a couple of times. We started out a while back as a podcast.
Mhm.
Brian and I work together. Brian and I are both teachers, so we work in the same school. And what would happen is we would be talking about comic books and about horror movies and about we like really crappy B movies too, and about
Yeah.
crappy B movies. And we started to notice that as we talked about this, everyone else disappeared.
Yeah, and it was just
It was
us.
just the two of us talking. So it during COVID, right?
Yeah.
During COVID, we were like, why don't we do a podcast?
Mhm.
And on the podcast, we talk about movies, and we ended up getting some celebrities to come on, which is always a shock to us when people say yes to come on to our show.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it. We really loved doing the podcast, but nobody was listening.
Yeah, we
So
really didn't it
no
didn't
one.
hit the way we wanted it to.
Yeah,
And then so we kind of let that go for a little bit,
we
and
did.
then Chad had started Collectors Confessions as a Facebook group, and
Yep.
it still exists as a
It
Facebook
does.
group. It's still
So
there.
check it out. Collector
Yeah,
Convention on
where
Facebook
people
too.
would share pictures of their collections and talk about things and trade stuff and different things
Yep.
like that. And so we decided just to take that idea of that community and turn it into a YouTube channel. And
It was very hard for us to do the YouTube channel because I'll be completely honest with you. We're not young men, so we feel that YouTube was more of a young
I
person
don't think that
thing.
was a secret.
It's not- maybe they think you are, but we felt at first we would when we did the podcast we were completely against showing off faces, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And then we were like, why don't we just let's give it a go and see what happens. And from there we've found some success here, and we're very surprised every time, even to this day, when people say yes. And we've had, as Heather said, we've had a lot of big name comic book creators on here. We've had some celebrities on our show. We continue to grow and we continue to build, and it's been a really fun experience for us. And from there, right, we decided we wanted to do this convention because we felt that's another way to extend building the community. And writing the weekly article with you guys is another fantastic way for us to. Brian likes to write,
I love writing. Yeah.
so I
Hmm.
try to do things that he would appreciate doing. So I, on the channel, on the Clark's Confessions channel, I do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm giving Brian an opportunity to write by doing that thing. And also right now we're working on a possible book with a publisher. We're working out the details right now.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that works. So yeah, I mean, the whole idea really seems to be one of those ideas of. I said idea like too many times there. I just realized, but it's one of those things where we just did it and it
Yeah.
worked. And I think like we were as surprised as anyone that we could just sort of do this, and that's it.
And
Yeah.
so far, the hardest thing we've ever done since we've been on the show is what we're doing right now, because we've never been on this side. We're usually one asking the questions and then letting the people.
Yeah.
We're having a tough time adjusting to being the people being interviewed, because we've probably done like 150 interviews
Must
on
have
the
by
show.
now. Yeah.
We do like 2 or 3 a week right now.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And you guys are both school teachers, and that's kind of how you guys got connected together?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. We just happened to end up working at the same school
Yep.
right here on Staten Island.
Yep.
And yeah, discovered that we both like comics, we
Yep.
both like horror movies, we both like action and sci-fi films and
We're both nerds,
all that stuff. Yeah. And it just all became this.
and we're both about the same age, so we experienced the same things in our collecting life growing up, and
Yeah. So we have similar touch points
we
along the
both
way.
have families that keep us away from the things. No, sorry, that we love.
I didn't say that.
I know I did, and hopefully my family doesn't watch this. And I mean, for me, I share this passion with my family. My youngest daughter is sometimes on the show with us. She happens to be working at Disney World right now, so she hasn't been on in a while, but she will be back. She's coming back the week before our convention,
Hmm.
and we scheduled a convention specifically so Cassidy would be here with us.
The return of Cat.
The return of Cassidy. It's
Mhm.
she's a big face on our show. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
as we're getting in our as we're ending the third quarter of our life, we are
Ending?
yeah we are we are just doing the things that really make us happy, and collecting comic books and going to shops and going to conventions and talking about it on YouTube is what makes the two of us happy.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And so you already mentioned that the festival is designed for everybody, so
Yep.
kids can come, adults
Yes.
can
Absolutely.
come. Are there any rules or anything people should know about like food and drink, what's going to be available, what you guys like are thinking
Well,
for that?
great question.
Basically, drink will be available. It's
Yes,
a
it's
brewery
a
and
brewery.
they serve families. It's a family place. There's food that we can order in.
Yep.
We haven't quite worked out the details of doing that, but there's plenty of place for people to hang out,
Food could be ordered into
order the food
yep.
in, hang out for a little while, talk with everyone. We don't want it to be sort of like come in, walk through, and then leave. We want people to come in, look through the comics, hang out, talk to each other,
Talk to us.
have a little time together. You know, so yeah, there's food that can be ordered in.
Yep.
I don't think Flagship has their own food.
I do not
Not
like real food, not like cooked food, like chips and stuff
They
like
have chips
that.
and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
But they will be serving the whole
yeah,
time.
but there's restaurants in the area that we can
Yep.
order in from, and yeah. So
As far as rules go,
just be nice.
just
Yeah, like really, like let's be courteous and behave
yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
And we don't really. Honestly, we've been to so many conventions, and I have to tell you, we've never seen. Oh God, I really shouldn't say this, right? It feels like a
Yeah,
jinx.
we've never
We've never seen anybody.
Everyone's usually pretty cool at.
Everyone's usually pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really run into a lot of issues in our community, because everyone's there for the same reasons. And yeah, people complain or whatever. Those things happen, but overall,
But we will have security at our
yeah,
convention. There will be
obviously,
people
yeah.
working security there. We
Mhm.
will have
Yeah,
we have our friend Keith who is really helping us out with this.
yeah.
He's going to be putting a security team together,
Mhm.
and just the point I want to really stress is we made the convention free because we really wanted everybody to
Everybody to
come.
come. Yeah.
We
And
want one of our favorite things is when we're at a convention, and at a number of conventions, Brian and I have had tables where we sit behind the table,
mhm,
and we love
promote
when
promote the show.
to promote
Mhm.
our show. We love when a family comes over with their kids and it's their first time their kids are there.
Yeah.
It's okay. I loved going to conventions as a kid on Staten Island. Me and my friends used to go, and always in like a church basement or something. But it
Yeah.
was it was a big part of me growing up.
Mm.
We want that to
Okay,
happen
awesome.
again.
Awesome. And so what we're going to do is the graphic that you guys just held up, we're probably going to put that on the screen
Okay.
now, and so people
Mhm.
can learn more
Great.
and just find out from there. We're going to have the link in the description as well as in the article.
Perfect.
And so is there anything else that you guys would like people to know or that you guys want to add?
Yes, there are. Let me grab some of my stuff. I had some of
I totally blanked. I
some
didn't
of
know.
I'm gonna prepare. Some of the things we're doing is we actually got a bunch of free stuff from Wiley Press,
Publishing.
Riley
Yeah.
Publishing. They produced the Dummies books. We have a really good relationship with them. We've interviewed all of their authors of their Marvel for Dummies series.
Mhm.
So they sent us 2 big boxes of for Dummies books for giveaways to the convention, and they sent us these brand new bags for our convention.
They're like really great tote
Yeah.
bags with shoulder straps that they sent us.
We'll be
And
giving these away.
super nice of them to do.
So we'll be probably be doing something with raffles to give everyone a chance. We don't want to do something where the first 100 people, because, come when you, especially because it's Sunday, we want you to come when you want.
Yeah.
So we'll be giving out tickets and we'll be raffling these things off. Also, what we got these in today. We're going to be selling these blind bags. They're only going to be $5 each, and they're going to be filled with comic books worth way more than $5.
Hmm.
So there will be other giveaways as well. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff to, just make people leave happy.
Yeah.
We've been to a lot of conventions. We know what works and what doesn't work, and we're going to try to put everything that we know that works into it. We did the same thing with the vendors. We pulled in vendors that we really like.
Yeah. We just want everyone to have a good time.
Yep, that's
You know.
that's our goal.
Hmm.
Lots of dollar bins, so hopefully, you don't have to come there with tons of money. If you want to buy a couple comic books for your kids, there will be dollar bins there where you can spend $2 or $3 and walk away with some books.
And that's also the other idea about why we wanted it to be free, is because if people don't spend the money at the door, they can buy more comics.
Yeah.
And that helps the vendors, that helps the people coming in, especially people under a budget. Everyone's, money's tight for everybody these days. So, you know, we're not looking to make
We're not looking to make money on
we're
this.
not looking to make money on the
yeah,
show.
we're not.
We just want to do something cool and
Yeah.
have people have a good time.
Yeah, we want to build
Yeah.
the community here, and hopefully this is the first of many shows
Yeah.
that we do.
Oh,
That Brian does.
fantastic.
He'll be running and going forward. So
Okay, awesome. Well, it was really great to meet with you
thank you.
guys, and
Nice meeting you.
it's really awesome, and
We
we will
appreciate it.
definitely be looking forward to more of your guys' weekly column too.
We appreciate your support on
Yeah, thank
everything
you so much.
on our column and on our on support with this. We really